It is a rematch of Super Bowl 35. It's the Ravens and Giants. The Giants got here with their elite offense. They've averaged 47.5 points per game so far. And for the Ravens, they got here. Lamar Jackson has been incredible, but the defense has been better. They've allowed 16 points per game against 3 opponents. Welcome back to the Super Bowl special of the Madden 23 franchise. As always, if you enjoy the video, be sure to leave a comment, subscribe, like, and share. As all of our hard work is culminated in a Super Bowl appearance. We lost in the divisional round a year ago. We got the 1 seed this year after completely retooling the offense. Won 2 playoff games, and we are in the Super Bowl against the Baltimore Ravens. So Super Bowl 58 here in Las Vegas, and the Giants, led by rookie quarterback sensation and MVP contender Jonathan Cummings, as the coin flip now, and the Ravens have won the toss. It's going to be a really good game. 2 superstar quarterbacks who have lit up the stat sheet. We'll talk about Lamar in a minute, but the Giants offense has been a juggernaut. Gerald Payne, if it wasn't for the Super Bowl appearance, probably would have been a Pro Bowler. 1,000 return yards, had a kick return for a touchdown. Justin Tucker, the best kicker in football. This Ravens kick return unit has been really good. Average start inside the 23-yard line. As we'll see the Giants offense under first as we are underway. Here we go. Payne from 2 yards deep. We're going to take it out. Welcome to the Super Bowl, as the Giants will start from around the 25. And out comes Jonathan Cummings in the playoffs. Nothing short of incredible. 649 yards, 8 touchdowns, 1 pick, and another 2 touchdowns and 200 yards on the ground in 2 playoff games. And you want to talk about impressive, Terry McLaurin has been better. The best receiver in football. He has 6 touchdowns in 2 games. He has 3 in each. Calvin Ridley has started to become a big part. He had a lot of yards in the conference championship against Green Bay. And Jonathan Cummings has started 9 for 10 and 10 for 10 in both games. Start with play action, and he'll start 1 for 1. In stride is Johnson, and Juwan Johnson picks up 16. This Ravens defense has been nothing short of incredible in the regular season, and they got better in the postseason. Rashad Fenton is a free agent pickup from the Chiefs. He has 7 interceptions, which led the AFC in the regular season. They also picked up Alexander Johnson, 1st and 10 from the 40. They go 4 receivers, and we'll run up the middle. And Cummings, and the ball's on the ground, and it's picked up by Glowinski. Johnson forced it, and it's 3rd and 7 immediately on this opening drive. And Cummings with a blitz, unblocked defender, sets his feet, fires. He has Ridley into Ravens territory, and inside the 40 he goes. And another gain of about 18. Now 2nd and 4, opening drive. 2 tight ends, they go outside. It's Barkley. Can he get the edge? He does. Saquon Barkley inside the 20 and takes Hamilton and Williams down to the 16. And now 3rd and 12 in the red zone. Opening drive. Cummings will throw. Timing throw. He's got McLaurin. Turns the corner. Forgets Super Bowl jitters. That's a touchdown on the opening drive. Make it 7 on the playoffs for McLaurin. And the Giants take a 7-0 lead. And what a start for the offense. Graham Gano makes it 7-zip. As kicking has been a problem. The wild card wasn't in the conference championship. I mean, the divisional wild card. As now comes Lamar. 3 games, 13 yards, 3 touchdowns, a pick. But, I mean, he's done enough. 303 yards and 3 touchdowns on the ground to go along with it. But he has been nothing short of incredible, completing a high percentage of passes. They're really good running offense. Can't really pass. They drafted Pete Norris at guard. And, of course, the offense, they brought in Marquez Callaway, and wide receiver from New Orleans, A.J. Dillon from Green Bay. That was last year. That's 1st and 10 from the 25. And pistol set. They go to Dobbins with a lot of space on the first play. Belton couldn't bring him down. He picks up 9. Giants defense has been incredible in the playoffs so far. Even dating back to a few weeks before the playoffs started. The defense really picked it up. The numbers aren't going to show it because of how bad they were in their worst stretch, but it's picked up, and if they win the Super Bowl, they'll be the reason why. Give it to Dillon on 2nd and 1, and Adoree Jackson brings him down. It's 3rd and 2. Opening drive for the Ravens. Can the Giants get off the field? And a fake. And Jackson has a lot of space. There he goes into Giants territory. Makes a couple miss and tackled by Boss at the 38. Rips off 29 in a flash. Now 3rd and 10. All runs so far this drive. And Jackson's first throw. Protected. It's going to find Andrews. Brought down by McKinney at the 19. His first pass goes for 19. In the red zone they go. 3rd and 9. And they convert again. 3-man rush, trying to keep him in the pocket. And it won't work. Lamar up the middle will slide. White prevented the threat, and they're going to go for it. On 4th and 2, you can't beat the Giants with 3s. You need 7s. I formation. 2 tight ends and a fullback. Give it to Dillon. A pancake by Seitler. And that's a touchdown, Baltimore. He had 20 in the regular season. This first in the playoffs, and the Super Bowl jitters have affected the defense, it appears, as Tucker will cap up a 10-play drive that included 9 carries and 1 pass. And it took 5 minutes off the clock, and Giants offense will take back over. Under 5 to play, first quarter. And this is their only second possession of the game. Give it to Barkley. And Saquon Barkley turns it up. He has a quick 16. Offense has been nothing short of incredible all year. Full house backfield play action. He has the time. In stride, he's got Ridley. Gets away from Williams and tackled by Owe at the 35 of Baltimore. 1st and 10. And the pistol. Another keeper. And Cummings will get the edge. Will slide. Has about 8. 2nd and 2. 3 receivers out there. A pump. And down he goes. Owe was unblocked. And his 4th sack of the playoffs. He had 1.5 in Kansas City and Cincinnati. It's now 3rd and 6. Well, they will throw. The floater. McLaurin. He's got it. Oh my goodness, what a playoff run he has. 2nd touchdown. He has 2 or more in every game he's played in the playoffs. My goodness. Giants back in front. Here's Gano. 14-7. The kick is up and good. 5 plays, 75 yards, and there's the quick strike ability this offense has provided. Baltimore takes over, 2nd and 9. And they give it to Dobbins with Andrews in front. Dobbins fights. He is a yard short. So 3rd and inches. This is their 2nd drive of the day. Comes with 90 seconds left in the opening quarter. Give it to Dillon. Andrews provides a block and a first down to the 43, gain of 8. Baltimore able to move. 2nd down as the 2nd quarter begins. Play action to Dillon. Lamar is going to ball. He's got him wide open. Rashad Bateman gets behind Jackson. That's a Baltimore touchdown. His 3rd touchdown of the playoffs. He had 2 in the wild card game. And Baltimore strikes right back. 56 yards. And Tucker ties this game at 14. Well, this is an offensive showdown, it appears so far. That might be a sign of things to come. 1st down at the 28. Give it to Barkley. And a broken tackle by Johnson. Pierce brings him down with a gain of 8. Only 1 incompletion combined with the 2 quarterbacks. Blitz is sent. And Bellinger to the 49. Now 3rd and 10. Empty set. Cummings. Steps up in the pocket. He's going to run. He doesn't slide. Ball's out. And it's picked up by Baltimore. Michael Pierce. And Neal brings him down and saves the touchdown. Rashad Fenton forces the fumble. And the former Chief makes a huge impact in the Super Bowl. 1st and 10. From the 37, Baltimore takes over. Lamar hasn't missed a pass yet. Dobbins on the run. Oh, and a step arm by McKinney. And Boss going at that football, tackles him at the 25. Now 3rd and 12. From the 27. Jackson fires. Open! Touchdown, Baltimore! James Prochet. His 2nd career score comes in the Super Bowl to put the Ravens in front for the first time today. Tucker's kick is good. 21-14, 4 plays after the turnover. Giants take over at the 23, dead even in yards so far. 2 tight ends, the quick flip. It's caught by McLaurin, getting the speed up. Get about 9. 2nd and 1. And the 32. 3 receivers out there, play action. Has the time, hit as he's thrown. McLaurin's got it, into Baltimore territory, now to the 45. As we'll take a look at first 10 pass attempts for Cummings. 9 for 10, 156 yards, 2 touchdowns. I mean, every passing chart we've done in this playoff run has gotten better and better. I mean, somehow it's better than the 10 for 10 start last week. Or I guess 2 weeks ago. Split backfield. Play action. In stride. Bellinger tackled by Hamilton has 9. 2nd and 1. And a keeper. Broken tackle of Callahan. Blocked by Barkley. Jonathan Cummings gets the final block. Touchdown, Giants. 11 straight to end the year with a score. And the Giants have tied this game at 21. The offense is clicking on all cylinders. And Graham Gano, 21 all. 4-play drive. Took 2 minutes off the clock. Baltimore takes over 3rd and 9. From the 26, Jackson. Here comes Lawrence. And incomplete. The first incompletion of the day for Jackson. And the Giants take over from the 41. With 2 tight ends and a keeper. Blocked by Johnson, and there he goes! Into Baltimore territory. Slides to prevent the hit by Hamilton. Another first. Giants moving at will halfway. 2nd quarter up. Tied at 21 all. Blitz is picked up. Wide open over the middle is Galladay. Inside the 30. And a quick gain of 20. And now 11 of 12. 185 yards. 2nd and 8. 3 tight ends. Outside they go. Barkley with a block. Saquon Barkley! Oh, he almost could have scored that. He made a miss. Now inside the 10. 2nd and 8. Cummings. 3-man rush. Sits. Tries to find. Everyone covered downfield. Pressure coming late. And down he goes. Michael Pierce has the sack. Justin Houston also in there. It's 3rd and 14. Can get a first at the 2. 4-man rush. Cummings. Fires. He's almost got Ridley. He couldn't hold on. And here's Graham Gano. Was almost perfect in the win at Green Bay last week. Was awful in the divisional. And he starts perfect. 3 for 3 on extra points. And a field goal there. 24-21. Baltimore takes over from the 25. Up, down by 3. Jackson gets rocked by Thibodeau. That ball's on the ground. Kicked and picked up by Crowder. And Crowder, if Jackson didn't bring him out, would have scored with ease. There's a flag in the backfield. And it would have come back anyway. It was on Baltimore. 1st and goal. At the 9, taking over. Keeper for Cummings. Has a lane touchdown. Giants, they're up by 10. His 4th touchdown on the ground in the playoffs. 2 today, and the Giants have broken 30. We're not done with the first half yet. Here's the kick by Gano, and it's up and good. 31-21. It took 1 play to capitalize on the mistake. 3rd and 11. Baltimore takes over. 2:50 to play. 2nd quarter, and Jackson has time on the run. Oh, he can take it himself. Boss closing and a slide by Jackson. 3 and outs. So the Giants take over. 1st and 10. 2:05 to play. Final play before the warning. Pump. Pressure. And ball's out. It's picked up by Spellman. And ends up a gain of 4. It was David Ojabo, the former 2nd-round pick, with his first career forced fumble. And now it's 2nd and 6. From the 36. Cummings has the time. Now running out. And 360. Cummings on the run. Jonathan Cummings tries to slide, but because of how this game works, he ends up throwing it downfield, and that will come back. It's a illegal forward pass. I did try to slide, by the way. 3rd and 10. That saves Baltimore a timeout. Cummings. Pressure, and will just give himself up. Baltimore takes that timeout. And they'll take over from the 39. 1:36 to play, 2nd quarter. 2 timeouts. Blitz picked up underneath Fenton, gets away. Actually, that was Dobbins, and out of bounds at the 49. That was Jackson's 5th pass attempt of the half. It's been a lot of ground game for Baltimore to start. 3rd and 2. Jackson, the quick release. He's got Andrews tackled by Crowder. And 1st down, they hurry to the line and actually call that 2nd timeout. Jackson, quick release. He's got Andrews. Ball's out. Ball's on the ground. It's picked up by Baltimore. They got lucky. 2nd and 3. Jackson on the roll. Throws to the flat. He's got Duvernay out of bounds. That's his 10th pass attempt. He's on 9 for 10, 150 yards, 2 touchdowns, and they were both big plays. Both these quarterbacks playing at such a high level. It's unbelievable. Empty set from the 12. One timeout remaining. 15 seconds. A hard count by LAMAR. He'll throw. Jackson fires. End zone. He's got a touchdown, Baltimore. Charlie Kolar. And that might have put the Ravens right back in the game. And remember, the Ravens get the ball out of the break. 31-28 with the Tucker kick to come. And here's the extra point. And of course it's good. It's Justin Tucker. And we take it to halftime. After a 7-play, 61-yard drive, the Giants lead the Ravens 31-28 in what is looking to become a shootout of the century. As the Giants have come out clicking on all cylinders on offense, the Ravens pretty much the same. As we'll take a look at first half tendencies, and we'll start with the Giants. Inside run about a quarter of the time, 4.5 yards a carry, but they've been very varied on offense. Everything's been working, of course, so they can be varied. For the Ravens, ran inside almost half the time, but they got 4.6 yards a carry as well. So, I mean, it's really good on both sides of the ball. One is varied, one is static. Second half, here we go. 30 minutes to decide who is the world champion of the NFL. Duvernay in the end zone. 1st and 10. Empty set to start the half for Jackson. From the 25, after the touchback, quick throw, it's caught by Andrews, tackled by Crowder. He has 9. Only 1 incompletion in that half. 3 touchdowns for LAMAR, a perfect passer rating. Give it to Dobbins, runs into a wall, and has just enough for the first. 2nd and 4. And they go 2 tight ends. They shift around, and taking the play clock down with them. Down to about 6. They snap it, quick throw, it's caught. Rashad Bateman, and Bateman down to the 44. 3rd catch of the day, 2nd and 10. From the 43, and the shotgun. Jackson, quick release, it's caught, Duvernay. And Duvernay has a great opening drive to start, 3rd and 2. Split backs in there, Ricard checks in, give it to Dillon. Dillon, not gonna get there. And they are going to kick the 3. Justin Tucker has been perfect in the playoffs, if you believe that. This is from 53 to tie the game at 31 on its way, and it is drilled. That would have been good from 63. Giants take over their opening drive. We'll start from the 20. And motion by Ridley. Flip it to him. Blocked by Johnson, gets the edge, gets tripped up by Humphrey out of bounds with 13. That could have been more. Cummings now over 200 yards. 3rd and 5. 38. 4-man rush. Steps into the pressure. Incomplete. Pierce the hit. The Ravens take over from the 18 after the punt. And the shotgun. Jackson has time over the middle. Wide open. It's Rashad Bateman. Oh my goodness. He lost the ball. It's picked up by Boss inside the 30. Jackson giving chase. He brings him down at the 23. McKinney with the peanut punch. His fourth forced fumble of the year. How about that for a tongue twister? And the Giants take over at the 23. Can they get another 7 off the turnover? A keeper. And a block. And Cummings gets about 9. 2nd and 1. They go I formation. Fake it to Barkley. Has the time. And the check down late to Johnson. Juwan Johnson makes a 1st and goal. So can they score again? From the 10. Play fake on the roll. Pressure by Houston. Throws it away. Moves out of the tackle box. 2nd and goal. From the 10. Give it to Barkley up the middle. He has a few. Make a 3rd and goal from the 8. And they get in the scoreboard again. Cummings. The time. The bullet. He's got Bellinger. He's in. Touchdown, Giants. His 2nd of the playoffs. His first was in the divisional round. And the Giants retake the lead halfway in the 3rd quarter after the turnover. So the kick was up and good. Ravens take over from the 25. Empty set for Jackson. We'll flip it outside. It's caught by Andrews at 11 and a 1st. Make it 12 actually. 1st and 10. Pistol set. 3 receivers in the fullback. And the keeper for Jackson. Jackson has a lot of space, and there he goes, a jump cut, and he makes McKinney miss. Lamar Jackson, he is gone. Touchdown, Baltimore. In a flash, 63 yards. His 4th rushing score of the playoffs. And the Ravens in the flash tie this game at 38. What a game. Here's the kick by Tucker. And in a heartbeat, this team can strike. 38 all. 2-play drive to go 75 yards. Giants take over from the 28 after the return by Payne. And Cummings will start with the outside throw. Ridley has about 10. 2nd and inches from the 38. And they go motion. Give it to Slayton. Slayton gets a block. Darius Slayton. And 1 man to miss. He makes a miss. The final block by Neal. Slayton up the sideline. Touchdown, Giants. All the way. Unbelievable. Big play after big play. Giants crack 40. And Graham Gano has made all his kicks so far today. 45-38. It's unbelievable. Ravens take over. Split back set. They give it to Dillon. A block by Zeitler and up ahead for about 8. That's about the shortest play in about 5 minutes of game time. 3rd and 3. And the keeper for Jackson turns it upfield. And that ends up being the shortest play as he only picks up 4. 1st and 10. Give it to Dillon with a lot of space. Another big play. Dillon has 9. 2nd and 1. Now they're back to establishing the ground game. It's been working all day. They have 38 points to show for it. Give it to Dillon. Runs into a wall. Has another 1st and 2. Now 2nd and 4. Approaching 2 to play in the 3rd quarter. And we give to Dillon. And Dillon, another 1st. They gave him forward progress. Now 3rd and 6 from the 39. Jackson in the zone will flip. Oh, it's dropped by Bateman. And they'll kick. Tucker, who's made from 53. This is from 56. And it's on its way. It is drilled again. That one legitimately could have been good from 66. Giants take over 1st and 10. The time, the throw. It's caught by Ridley into Ravens territory. I'll take us to the 4th quarter. Cummings is over 300 yards. Yeah, as 4th quarter begins with 2nd and 10 from the 48. We'll have the time. Flag is down. The drop by McLaurin. It's incomplete, but a flag in the backfield. They'll push him back by 10.
Holding offense.
So it's now 3rd and 14. After the penalty from the 48, they need the 38. Pressure. Cummings drops down. Adafe away. His 2nd sack of the day. That's a season high for him. 2 sacks in the game. The Ravens take over with a chance to take the lead. 13:37 to play in regulation. Down by 4. Start with a give. It's A.J. Dillon with blockers in front. A.J. Dillon, there he goes! Tackled by Jackson at the 39, gain of 22. Now 3rd and 3. 2 tight ends set. And the keeper again, blocked by Kolar. There he goes, a jump cut. Oh my goodness! No, he runs into Bateman and he almost had the lane to score again. If he cut it back out, he would have scored. 3rd and 5. From the 23, and incomplete on the screen. So they'll go for it, down by 4. The first time they went for it, they scored a touchdown to Dillon on the ground. This time they'll throw. Jackson the quick toss is caught. Bateman has the block by Duvernay. Touchdown, Baltimore. 2nd touchdown of the game. You know, Baltimore, 2 4th down attempts and 2 touchdowns to show for it. And that is the difference, and that is why they're leading right now. 48-45. A nice 8-play, 83-yard drive. And the Giants now trailing again. Baltimore now over 500 yards of offense. Giants 434. Flip to McLaurin. Blocked by Barkley. Oh my goodness, if Johnson didn't trip him up, that would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd and 13. Cummings the throw. To Bellinger. Has him into Baltimore territory, another 1st. So 2nd and 7. Halfway in the 4th quarter. Quick release. He's got Barkley. Lowers the shoulder. And down to the 25. Definitely not looking for 3 here to tie the game. Looking for 7 to take the lead again. Cummings, deep drop, has time. Finds Ridley. Inside the 5. Reaches. Touchdown, Giants. His 2nd touchdown of the playoffs. And Calvin Ridley does the heroics. Giants back in front. They've cracked 50. It's 52-48. 6:51 to play Fourth quarter, 2nd and 9. Baltimore takes over, and there's a give to Dillon. And Dillon shoves off Jackson, and Dillon is a yard short. 3rd and inches. 2 tight ends set. What's the call here? They will keep it on the ground. Dexter Lawrence forces the punt. And that might be a game-clinching play in the Super Bowl. Give it to Barkley. Up the middle, he has 7. This Baltimore defense, remember how highly they were ranked. 2nd and 3. Play action. Cummings, pressured, steps away. Oh, look at the elusiveness. Trips, sets his feet, directing traffic downfield, on the run, throws across the body. Oh, what a catch. It's Calvin Ridley. And Baltimore's going to challenge for the moment. Cummings is over 400 yards. And it looks like he got the feet in bounds. So Baltimore is going to take their first timeout on a play that would have stopped the clock. Now it's 3rd and 9. See how aggressive they are from the 40. Try the screen. Is blown out by Bryce Callahan. And they're going to have to punt. Out of Gano's range. Here's the kick by Gillen. The fair catch signal. Duvernay will let it bounce. And Gerald Payne will let it die at the 5. So Lamar is going to have to go 95 yards to take the lead. Down by 4. They'll start with a give to Dillon. And the goal line set go up for 4 or 9. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. So from the 13, the Ravens have 2 minutes to go 87 yards. Jackson on the scramble. Will get away from Boss. They had a first down near 21. So empty set, 4 receivers out there. Jackson, quick throw, it's caught. Callaway, another gain of 11. They'll hurry the rest of the way. Jackson, 3-man rush. On the outside, it's caught by Andrews, out of bounds at the 40. They'll let him catch their breath a bit, out of bounds. The clock stops. From the 40. Screen to Dobbins, trying to get the edge, and is tackled at the 40 midfield. Around 60 seconds to play. Jackson fires in traffic, gets caught, and the 42 will hurry. That was Andrews. Jackson, check down, that is Beatty, and Beatty down to the 29. They'll hurry again. Empty set for Jackson. Who will throw? Blitz is picked up over the middle. He's got Duvernay inside the 20. Can they do it? 11 yards away. Timeout. And now a heavy set. 2 tight ends and the fullback in there in the shotgun for Jackson. Motion Charlie Kolar across the set. Play action. Jackson on the run. Lamar Jackson uses the speed. Touchdown, Baltimore. 19 seconds remain. His third 2-touchdown game on the ground this playoff, or this year. The second of the playoff run. Ravens crack 50. They take the lead with 19 seconds. Here's the kick by Tucker. 55-52. And they went the distance. So after the return, Giants have 15 seconds, all 3 timeouts. And Cummings will start with a throw. Sideline. McLaurin, he's got it. Timeout, New York. 9 seconds. From the 47. Cummings. Seam throw. He's got it! Darius Slayton. It's a field goal range with 3 seconds on the clock. It took 15 seconds. Graham Gano from 46 to tie the game. We're heading to overtime. Unbelievable. Baltimore uses that timeout, and for whatever reason, that timeout crashes my game. So overtime begins. Baltimore's going to get the ball first, and we are underway. And the Ravens will start from the 25. Because of the game crash, they'll have no timeouts. The Giants will only have 1. So they'll start with a keeper for Jackson. Lamar Jackson. And what a cut. Picks up, so going. That turns into 14. Jackson at 160 yards. 2nd and 9. This is the game of the year by far. By the way, give it to Dillon. Dillon cuts it up. Dillon has 8. Dillon over 100 yards. 3 ball carriers in this game have 100 yards rushing. Give it to Dobbins on 3rd and 1. He's denied. And they're not going to risk it. They're going to punt. And the Giants take over from the 21. 1st and 10. 4-man rush. Up the middle he goes. Blocked by Johnson. And has 9. Actually, now it's 3 ball carries over 100 yards. 3rd and 1. On the 30. Cummings, the quick flip. He's got Ridley. There he goes. 1st down to the 38. He's at 455 yards. 3rd and 6. Empty set. Cummings, blitz. And he's sandwiched by 4 Ravens. Justin Houston gets the credit. He had 4.5 sacks in the regular season. They'll punt again. Here's the punt by Gillen. Duvernay from the 18. Makes a cut. Makes Pinnock miss. Up the sideline. Oh my goodness. Devin Duvernay. Oh, if he stayed in bounds, he would have ended it there. As it stands, they're at the 47. 1st and 10. 5 minutes into this overtime frame. Jackson on the run. Down he goes. Ojolari makes his fingerprints felt on this game. Now it's 3rd and 17. Can they get up the field? Oh, this would be improbable if they can somehow stay in this game. Jackson, 4-man rush. Thibodeau chasing. The check down. It's caught Dobbins. They get the stop. They need it. 3rd and 11. 2 tight end set. Play action. Cummings has the time. He misses an open option. He's going to run. Ridley doesn't pick up the block. He's a yard short. And they will punt again. So the Ravens now 3rd and 5. The 38. Can the Giants defense hold again? Throw is caught. Duvernay into Giants territory. Jackson still only 3 incompletions on the day. Now a 3rd and 14 after a couple negative plays on the ground. Blitz picks up Jackson. He's got it. Duvernay might have won the Super Bowl. Down to the 33. And now just have to get it closer. They're in Tucker's range. He's made 2 from 50 or greater already. Dillon, he's going to find a lane inside the 20. And it's going to come down to a kick by Tucker. Giants ice him. Of course, it doesn't matter because it's Justin Tucker. This is from 28 to give Baltimore ring number 3 on its way. It is good. And the Baltimore Ravens hold on. They win a miraculous Super Bowl. They went on a 95-yard go-ahead drive in the final 2 minutes of regulation. Of course, the Giants came back, and after a defensive slugfest to start overtime, Lamar Jackson, who is your Super Bowl MVP, converts a 3rd and 14 to Devin Duvernay to put them in Tucker's range. A.J. Dillon sealed it off. And there's 2 MVP contenders for the rest of their careers. Certainly going to be a decade plus, as the Lombardi Trophy, unfortunately, will go back to Baltimore for the 3rd time. And for the 2nd time, they've defeated the Giants. The first time it was 35-7. This time, 58-55. That is your final today. Baltimore victorious. And the Giants are going to have to move on to year 3. Hopefully keeping this core intact. And it's just, I mean, that's a heartbreaker. Defense actually stepped. I mean, there was 1,300 yards combined of offense. There was no defense in this game. They stepped up in overtime, though. They got 2 stops, including one that started at midfield, and we just couldn't get any points. Couldn't get in those range. And unfortunately, we lost 58-55 in Super Bowl 58. And we're going to have to try again in Super Bowl 59. We have to get back there. Of course, I mean, where do we start? I mean, Lamar Jackson won Super Bowl MVP. 27-31, 350 yards, 4 touchdowns. So as many incompletions as touchdowns. Unfortunately, that's not a perfect pass rating. It's about 150. I think you need more touchdowns than interceptions. He definitely has the yards per attempt. Of course, the touchdowns. No interceptions. He has 164 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns, so 6 total touchdowns. Both these quarterbacks, by the way, combined for 13 touchdowns. I mean, unreal. I mean, if we do the math, actually, I'll do real quick. We'll see. The math is, yeah, the two quarterbacks alone, 1,000 yards of offense if you include passing and rushing. On our side, Terry McLaurin, another beautiful game, 6 catches, 119 yards, only 2 touchdowns. So actually a downgrade from what we should expect from him. Calvin Ridley, 9 catches, 132 yards, another touchdown. I mean, he was incredible as well. LAMAR, unstoppable. A.J. Dillon, 134 yards in the opening touchdown. Yeah, they win the Super Bowl because they went for it on 2 fourth downs and converted both of them. Rashad Bateman, 4 catches, 111 yards, 2 touchdowns. It was a tough go on defense. And unfortunately, we're going to head home, but without a ring. But we have next year, and that means the series gets to go on because I'm going to keep going with the series until we win the Super Bowl. So with the season over, we'll go over basically the accolades. We'll start with the Pro Bowl, and here's the offense. So we'll go over the starters and the AFC. Josh Allen is the quarterback. Derrick Henry is the running back. Gabe Nabers is the fullback. Stephon Diggs, Devontae Adams, Sky Moore, receivers. Dawson Knox, the tight end. Colton Miller, the left tackle. Quentin Nelson, the left guard. Creed Humphrey, the center. Brendan Scherf, the right guard. And Lyle Collins, the right tackle. In the NFC, Aaron Rodgers, the quarterback. Christian McCaffrey is the running back. Kyle Juszczyk, the fullback. Cooper Kupp, Chris Godwin, Mike Evans, the receivers. Kyle Pitts, the tight end. David Bakhtiari, left tackle. John Runyon, the left guard. It's familiar, isn't it? Frank Ragnow, the center. Zach Martin, the right guard. And Ryan Ramczyk, the right tackle. On defense in the AFC, the left ends, the defensive ends, Emmanuel Ogbah, Von Miller, and the defensive tackles, Ed Oliver. For the linebackers, Max Crosby, Miles Jack, Khalil Mack, and for the secondary, Xavier Howard, Chidobe Uzie, Kevin Byard, and Devontae Bradley. In the NFC, the ends are Chase Young and Josh Sweat. Defensive tackle, Jonathan Allen. The linebackers, Shaquille Barrett, Devin White, Micah Parsons again. And the secondary, Trayvon Diggs, Marshawn Lattimore at corner. And then Antoine Winfield Jr. and Marlon Franklin at safety. Finally, we do have special teams. I remember to do them this time. Will Lutz, Brian Anger, John Parker, a rookie from Green Bay, Quintez Cephas, and then the AFC, Jake Elliott, Presley Harvin, Forrest Archer, and Xavier Young. So on to the awards, and this stings more now that we know who the MVP is. It is Jonathan Cummings. His rookie campaign, 5,200 yards, which is a rookie record, 32 touchdowns, a 93.2 passer rating, almost 1,500 rushing yards and 18 touchdowns. It was just a season to remember. Hopefully it improves. It seems unlikely as it is. Offensive Player of the Year is Cooper Kupp, 141 receptions, which led the NFL, 2,057 yards, which is an NFL record, 23 touchdowns, which led the NFL, 898 yards after the catch, which led the NFL. Just another special year for the Triple Crown winner. It's Cooper Kupp. There's nothing more to say. Defensive Player of the Year is Josh Sweat of the Philadelphia Eagles, 112 tackles, 54 tackles for loss, which is an NFL record, 32 sacks, which is an NFL record. He had an interception, 5 forced fumbles, 2 safeties, and a touchdown for the superstar edge from Philadelphia. Of course, Trayvon Diggs, another record-breaking year. He had 23 picks. Doesn't make it again. This time for a division rival instead of his own teammate. Rookie of the Year, Jonathan Cummings. We're going to move on. We saw the numbers. And then wrapping things up, Defensive Rookie of the Year, Quinton Pollard. 67 tackles, 22 for a loss, 11.5 sacks, a pass deflection, and 2 forced fumbles for the Cardinals. Rookie defensive tackle. So, as it stands, we're going to have an off-season video. I'm going to record it. I'm deciding if I'm going to do a live stream, it's going to be on this Saturday. If you see a video on Friday, that means we're not going to do it. But as it stands, we have holes. We'll go over them in the video itself. But it was a great ride. Year 2 was incredible. And I hope you enjoyed it. And as always, if you do enjoy these videos, be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, share. And I'll see you next time when it's the off-season special. And I haven't even looked at the free agents yet. So this is going to be fun for both of us.